We're good? All right, guys, let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay. Appreciate you guys stopping by. This is the Daily Refinement live Q&A we do every single Monday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I answer all reseller questions. So throw them in the chat. But today I want to talk about how to do eBay with no money and no time. Wait, no time? No
No
help, no help.
help.
No money, no time, no help. All of those things.
Yeah.
So let me know if you can hear me okay in the chat and we'll get straight into it. Because there's just a lot to do, especially now as a new father. There's so many household tasks like managing a home, laundry, cooking, any chores that you have, plus you're trying to run a business, plus a lot of people like to express themselves, so they want to have some kind of an impact on the world. That takes time. Taking care of your health takes time. Trying to get enough sleep, all that stuff makes it hard to get going. And a lot of people are also operating with not very many resources, not very much time, and then certainly no help. So let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me okay, and if these are things that you deal with.
Good morning.
Morning, everybody. Okay, so first
Leave
thing I want to,
questions.
wait,
Leave questions in the chat.
yeah, leave questions in the chat, and we're here live. It's real live. Okay, so I want to do the first part of it, which is addressing it with no money. So in our podcast, we have a podcast called Advanced eBay, and it's essentially the tech and sports model. And I have done this myself in multiple different businesses now, and I call it the tech method. The tech method is where you start with no money. So you start by selling something in your house, you reinvest that money into something else, and you do that over and over and over again. You never need to take outside money. You never need to borrow money. You never need to put your own money into it, and it forces you to become resourceful because you have to learn how to multiply that money starting at zero. So if you don't do that, you won't learn the fundamentals on how to grow your actual resale business. And I wanted to go over a little more detail behind my reseller nirvana. So Isaiah in our group had asked about how was I able to build a full-time income in 74 days? Like I went from no money selling stuff around the house, no printer, having to go to the post office to print my labels. How did I go from that to making $1,000 a week in under 3 months? Now, I want to go over this number because it's not as much money as you would think. So I started with zero money. I sold a few things around the house, and then I had like 50 bucks. I went out with 50 bucks, bought a few things here and there to flip. Then I had like 70 bucks, and it just was me redoing that over and over again until on day 74, I had essentially made around $6,000 profit. Now, a lot of people listening right now have $6,000 and they think that they can just skip to where I was at on day 74. That's not true. You have to start all the way back over at zero to understand all the fundamentals of growing. eBay is a very strange business because if you have more money, it does not make it easier. That sounds crazy, but it does not make it easier having more money because it makes you lazy and you don't learn resourcefulness. You don't learn the item specifics. Now, there's a bunch of people like myself coming on the eBay with a sales background. With a sales background, it's really good because you can understand what customers are looking for, how to give people a good deal. They understand the mechanics of making a sale, which is the transfer of energy from one person to another. And people who are in sales love it because there's a lot less customer service. It takes a lot less time to do a sale online than it does in person. Now, on the flip side, people with a sales background are usually not detail oriented. They're not really specific when it comes to item specifics, and they're not really specific when it comes to titles and photos. They're just sort of a get it done kind of mentality, which is very, very bad for eBay. The right background to be successful on eBay, in my opinion, is an accountant that keeps track of every single penny for somebody else and is responsible for someone's tax returns. That's a big deal. Or an engineer, somebody that goes back and figures out how does eBay work, how to put in the right item specifics, what's the best item specifics that produces the best result. Engineers, accountants do great on eBay. Pretty much every other occupation doesn't do well on eBay because there's such an emphasis on being accurate and paying attention, right? So if your job doesn't depend on paying attention, usually it doesn't transfer well over to being an eBay seller because there's just so much detail in it. So, are there questions yet?
No, but a comment from
Okay.
Chai saying, I strongly believe from experience that I do a better job with less money. It forces me to make much better buying decisions versus just pouring a bunch of money on the problem.
I agree. And eBay doesn't work. We've seen people in the group pour $100,000 into it, $50,000 into it, and they're not further ahead than people that started with no money. In fact, you can lose money at a tremendous rate. ThreadUp, they lose $5 million a month. They've raised $300 million. They're nowhere near profitable. All they do is just lose money constantly. So it's pretty powerful, starting with no money, and it's a tremendous eBay or business lesson.
Baltimore Boxing says any type of tech background does good as well. Coders, maybe? Who are always finding bugs?
Maybe if you're a coder and you're actually programming, then yes. If you're actually programming,
It have to be very accurate.
and I consider that kind of like an engineer. Computer science is kind of like engineering. You're looking at, and I love programming. If you guys take a basic programming class, it's really going to help your eBay business because on a basic level, a macro is a set of instructions that a computer executes. And if that's what eBay is. eBay is a giant macro. You just set up all these things and then they find the customers for you. So a programming background would definitely help you. If you're a big picture thinker, maybe eBay is the wrong thing for you because eBay is not big picture thinking. eBay is one item at a time, do a really good job, customer will find it and buy from you. Big picture people do horrible on eBay. So when I think tech, I think people who just say, oh, I'm making the Uber of food service. I'm making the Uber of shoe service. Like they're just these big thinkers of trying to simplify things and they're not making the code. I want a technical founder, sure, somebody who actually solves the problem, not the big thinker person. I don't want that person on my eBay team. Sorry. That's who I thought I was, and it was a horrible failure. So no big picture people allowed. If you are going to be big picture, please, get rid of your ego, check your ego at the door, and start all the way at the beginning. Okay, so now we're talking. That's what you do with no money. Now, right? We want to talk about no time and no help because a lot of people say, "I just need help." Well, I have good news for you. You can definitely do that. You need to start with a list of tasks. So you guys can email me. I have a course on how to build a schedule, and it goes over how to prioritize and list out your tasks. You can email me at chris@dailyrefinement.com, and I'll send you a link to my Skillshare course, which is free, and I'll put that in the description somewhere. So I can help you guys make a list of what you need to do, and that's really important because if you want help, you need to know what people are helping you for. So for me, my payroll is very specific. People are here to do something specific, and I love being able to hand off an exact task. And I really don't like it when I don't know what we're specifically going to be doing because I feel like I'm wasting my time and my money, and I'm wasting the time and money of the person that I want to help me. So it's like a mutual respect to know exactly what the person is supposed to do and the clear goal so that everyone's on the same page. So that's the first thing you need to do if you don't have enough time and don't have any help. And I wonder if are there any questions yet?
Not a lot of questions.
Okay.
But comments on employment or backgrounds that seem to be working for people.
Oh, really? Like what? What kind of
There's a
backgrounds?
pharmacist who does well on eBay, and there's a hairstylist who does well on eBay. And
Maybe, okay. I would say definitely a pharmacist would need attention to detail, right? So you can't take the wrong pills. Hairstylist, it depends. I think there's some hairstylists that would kill eBay. The ones, it's interesting. I've had a lot of hairstylists in my day, and some of them have the right personality. It's almost like, is it personality based? Do you guys think that if you have the right
personality
cadence?
versus technical background or
I think
employment background.
people who have a technical, attention-oriented job, those people usually don't need, like when you say fill out as many item specifics as accurate, it clicks. Makes sense. More item specifics, more accurate, better experience for the customer. If the response is, oh, such a pain in the ass to enter in all the item specifics, then that's not usually a technical background person. Because technical background people, like, if you don't put someone's body part back in during the surgery, then that's a huge problem. It's like you don't do the best you can, you do it the right way so that they don't die. So
Right.
I don't know, guys. I think it's personality based, maybe.
Yeah, I think personality, and then you're involved in an employment that helps to train you and create that habit, right?
Yeah, I guess it's hard for me to like, because I've been doing this for so long and talked to so many people and engineers and accountants. It seems like immediately they know how to do eBay. A hairstylist, I don't have enough of a sample size to know if it would be good. And a pharmacist or a farm tech seems like it would be good because essentially a pharmacist is the back end of eBay. They have an inventory system already. They're just the person's already ordered it. Like, I'm here to pick up these meds, and they execute the full sale. It's just not the first part of it, which is entering in item specifics. And I would guess, I wonder what pharmacy school is like. I wonder how much of pharmacy school is focused on item specifics. I bet a lot.
Thank you for the super chat, John Carr. He says, when do you know to take up an opportunity that can bring you to the next level in your business?
Okay, this is where we're at now. So we make a list of the tasks that you need to do. So this is like, for me, laundry, cooking, or I was doing shipping, but then I replaced shipping with sourcing. So once you make a list of all the things you do, you can essentially trade a lower end task with a higher end task. You could trade your money for time, or you can trade a lower task for a higher task and pay somebody to do that. You just have to have that higher task available. So for example, you can't just hire someone to do something for you and you don't do anything during that time. That's a net loss. You want to do something that's more worth your time, like sourcing or listing, or usually shipping and photography are the first things that you outsource because they're the most easy to replicate. Shipping, photography. Listing you never outsource unless you want to have a horrible sell-through rate. Please somebody email me, somebody who uses a virtual assistant or a third party to do their listings and they sell things fast. No one. Everyone that does it, they may sell more things because they have a huge store, but it's way slower than if you do it yourself because the attention to detail is lost. So how you do it with no help and no time is you switch. You pay people to do tasks that are lower, and then you yourself do something of higher value, and the person that you hire to do it is going to be way better. Like, as an example, for me to edit a 10-minute video would take like a week. I have no idea how to do it. It's so intimidating. It's so hard. But I do understand the mechanics of it, and that part of it, like, I do know what kind of components make a good video. So I could figure it out. It would just take a lot longer. So it depends, right? You can outsource things that you know how to do perfectly and they do exactly like you. And I would say that would have saved my videographer a ton of time if I could tell her, this is how I edit the videos. This is how I do it. Here are all the assets. It would be much faster than help me figure it out. You know, so it's a lot more expensive to have them to say, help me figure this out. Like right now, there's like 10 people who have converted my YouTube videos in the TikTok format, 1-minute videos like you guys see here on your shorts. And I don't like the way that they look because it looks like repurposed content, and I don't want repurposed content. So I'm like, can you guys show me one template of a good one that's not repurposed? Like, it's not somebody chopping up other videos. It's just like a legit short. And no one has sent me like a template for that, which is like, that's what I need. I need a template for what does this short look like? And since my channel is education based, I feel like I could do a really good short, 1 to 3 tips, 1 DIY, one thing that could help you. But I need a format. I don't want it to be chopped up from other videos. I don't think that looks as nice.
Wax Clothing Company says eBay is all about having a system and the discipline to be consistent.
Yes, and also having items that people want. So there's this Warren Buffett quote that says he would rather pay a fair price for a wonderful company than pay a wonderful price for a fair company that's where eBay sellers go wrong. They would rather buy an okay item for free or $1 than a great item and pay up for it. That's like, I would say, the biggest reseller mistake. People get all this inventory for free or they pay $1 for it and they're like, oh, I paid $1 for it. If you paid $1 for it and you never sell it, that's just like setting $1 on fire. So if you buy a bunch of items that you got for, or you get a bunch of items for free and you pay yourself $2 a listing and you never list 100 of them, I look at that as like losing $200 because you still carry that item, right? Actually, that should be the way you look at it. Every item that you have that's not being listed is negative $2. If you looked at it that way, every single month, negative $2 every single month. Every item that you don't sell and just sits there costs you $24 a month. Nobody can afford that. So if you could think about it that way, maybe you would never have a death pile because it's so expensive to hold it.
Thank you for the super chat, Kristen's Epic Adventures. They say, do I have to get the last word in on communication with a buyer? I answered a question and they responded, thank you. But eBay still tells me I have an unanswered question because they responded last.
I always respond back with the one word, with the you're welcome. And then if they say, you're the best, and I'll say, have a nice day. I always need the last word. So it's just part of it. It only takes 7 seconds. So I always have the last word. And now it's a bit, the only things I don't respond to, because I'm trying to get the last word with everything, is when somebody writes me a really long email and I respond back, thank you, because that's my response to it. Because it's like somebody has this 1,000,000 thing list that they want from me. And I say, thank you for taking the time to write this. That's it. No other response to it. But I think that you should always have the last word, period. The only exception maybe is if you're dating someone or you're married, then maybe you don't need to always have the last word because that game could get annoying.
JT Mayo says, but does it matter to eBay?
Yes, it does matter to eBay. Because if you're responding, okay, let's put it this way. Every single offer, every single counter offer, every single response makes your listing rank higher because it's activity. So definitely you want to respond as much as possible. Maybe send people 2 responses if it's not too much work. Like somebody says, hey, I'm wondering if this 1990 Betty Boop shirt is single stitch or not. Maybe you don't know, so you respond back. I'll check back with you around 4 o'clock this afternoon. You check again, respond again, you just doubled up 2 replies instead of 1. So obviously 2 replies versus 1 reply better, 2 replies versus no replies way better. So the more communication, the more response, the better. I also want to point out that I'm doing one Whatnot show this weekend. On Friday. Oh, my phone's over here. I'm going to post the link right now. And then if you guys want to do this, I think this is interesting, and I wanted to ask people in the group what they think.
We'll take a tour.
I wanted to ask you guys a question. I'm thinking about giving away an all-expense paid mentorship here. So I don't know if you guys think that would be useful or not, but I would like to train somebody how to do 100 listings in a day, whatever platform you want. If you want eBay, if you want Whatnot, let me copy this real quick.
Yeah. One-on-one in-person
One-on-one
training
in-person training.
here in Oakland.
Here in Oakland. So I'll pay for your hotel. I'll give you $100 for food. And then I want Christine to follow us around while we do it all day live stream. So let me put this in the chat real quick. I'm going to pin this. I never recommend free shipping. Ever. I hate free shipping.
No, we have a video going over it. Free shipping versus charging for shipping.
Okay, fine. We have a video going over the pros and cons.
It's going to come out next week.
Yeah, it's going to come out next week.
There are pros and cons to free shipping and charging for shipping.
There are pros and cons to both, but I never recommend free shipping. I put in the chat a link to my Whatnot. So, actually, hold on a second. One more thing. One more thing. One more thing. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So I put 2 links in there. One link is the link to my show. The other link is to my referral code, which gets you $10 off for buying your first item on Whatnot. So I'm going to give away an all expense paid trip to come here and I will train you, whatever platform you want, eBay, Poshmark, whatnot. I will show you how to ship and list and photograph 100 items in a day. That's why I feel like it's a comfortable 5 or 6 hour thing that you can do. And a 5 or 6 hour business where you can list 100 items is a lot of money. So if you go to that show that I have on Friday, I'm going to auction off 100 pairs of shoes starting at $1, and I'm going to give away a trip. So it costs $1 to enter. So I was trying to think of a fair way to do it. So it costs $1 to enter. You can buy 10 entries with your $10 credit from Whatnot. So even if you're not interested in selling on Whatnot, it's important, in my opinion, to explore all the different platforms and see how they work, and then just sell on one. Figure out how all platforms work, sell on one. That'll really give you the best results. And on Whatnot, I'm selling tickets, selling tickets to a free event here. And I don't know what that's worth, but I don't know if anyone's even interested in that. But I wanted to show somebody in person.
A lot of people are interested in the chat, even someone from the UK.
I love it. I'm not 100% prepared to fly somebody in from the UK, but maybe if you paid for your flight, I would do hotel or we could split it. I could give you $500 towards your flight, and you can figure out a way. Is it Gatwick, Chatwick? What's that airport in the UK?
Oh, I don't know.
Whatever airport that is, that's where I went last time, and it was awesome. The UK, I wish that we could move this whole operation to London.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That would be amazing. I would love it. So much better than here.
Heathrow.
Yep.
Vic says Heathrow.
Heathrow. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of people are very interested in coming here.
That would be cool. So
yeah, it would be cool.
I put in the buy it now section of the Whatnot auction for $2,000. If you wanted to do it, I would do that. That would include flight, hotel, 1 day, food, everything.
Transportation.
To come out here, and I would cover all of that in the 2,000. And figure out a day that works for you, and you can come here and in 1 day learn how to do it and watch me do it, and I'll watch you do it, and it'll be easier because some people need to learn in person. Also, I'm going to go to FlipCon in a couple weeks, and I haven't decided what I'm going to be doing that day. It doesn't seem like there's anything planned except for a couple of panels. So I'll be in Charlotte for a day and a half. I'm going to get there on Wednesday. I'm going to record the podcast. If you're in our Patreon group, I'm taking everyone to dinner. So anyone that is in Charlotte and in the group, 2 Wednesdays from now, we're going out to dinner and it's on me. So if you want to figure out how to get to Charlotte, and let me know where we should even do this. Because I'm thinking of doing it at the hotel just because it's easier. But whoever's in the group, I'll take us out to dinner. So I'll pick up the bill, hang out with everybody. That's not going to be as useful as coming here and learning how to do it, but I just figure like that's a good way to give back. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing that 2 Thursdays from now. I don't know what I'm going to be doing at the event. And then Friday morning before I come back, I'd love to go to Waffle House. I don't know why. I just have fond memories of that place. So I'd like to go to Waffle House for breakfast and then come back. Also, there's like the cost of going to the Reseller conference does not make sense to me, really. Like, I would rather not go. I've already committed to going, but I was just thinking 3 days away from my family is not really worth it. Like, that's why I'd rather fly somebody here and do the mentorship one-on-one than go somewhere else. Like, it just does not worth it. I'd rather hang out with my family. Also, I'm curious, for those of you that have more kids, let's say it takes 11 hours to raise your kid during the day, right? If you have 5 kids versus 1, is it still the same amount of time, or do you have to have help? Let's say you're a stay-at-home parent. Is 5 kids still 11 hours versus 1? I'm just curious, asking for a friend, because I'm wanting to know like how the responsibilities translate.
Ryan says, have you ever featured any YouTuber success stories?
Not really. So. We should do more research. At this point, like, my content has gotten very clear. I don't have that much more stuff to say, as weird as that sounds. The method that I talked about earlier, where you start with 0 no money, no resources, and learn how to be resourceful has made me a millionaire. So like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's literally mind blowing. I can take a business, start from scratch and build it up, and it's insane. Like, so my new goal on the group has been like teaching everyone how to get a 7-figure net worth. Although I know that's not that exciting. A lot of people don't care about being a millionaire. I just think that why not? Why not have everything that you want and be a millionaire? Because as you guys know, I don't know if you guys know this, but I love matchmaking shows. I love all of them, right? I love Married at First Sight. I don't love The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Those shows aren't as exciting to me, but like, I'm watching Indian matchmaking right now. I love this show. I love this concept of a bio data. I never actually did online dating. I met my wife in person before the apps were huge. But like, the bio data says like who you are, what kind of relationship you have with your friends and family, where you work, what your interests are, what your income is, what your net worth is, the whole bio data. And they essentially try to match it with somebody else. And my wife and I were talking last night, like, do our bio datas match up, right? And it does match up. Like, we both wanted somebody to be financially independent on their own. We both wanted good, like, strong, similar values. We both wanted to have kids. Like, you have to have it all match up, and then it gives yourself the best chance. And everybody on that list had best friend. Everybody said they wanted to marry their best friend. So that's the hard part, because everyone on the show is attractive. So the physical attraction part is pretty straightforward since everyone's good looking. So then they wanted everything else. And I remember this girl, I thought this is impossible, okay? She said, I want tall, over 6 feet. I want doctor or higher. He needs to make 200K or more a year. He needs to be good looking, tall. He needs to have great family values. He needs to be athletic. He needs to put me before anyone else in his life once we get married. I want to have kids. She had this ridiculous long laundry list of things that she wanted, and she said, I will not settle. Anything 9 out of 10 is settling. I want the whole package. And she said, because I am asking for the full package, I need to be the full package myself too. So I'm already good financially. I don't need the guy. I think I'm reasonably good looking. I'm fit. I care about family. I will put him above everything else in my life. And I thought, there's no way this lady is going to be able to find this 10 out of 10 guy, and she did it. She did it. I was like mind blown, because okay, you got to find this person, then you have to actually have that spark and that like, you need to get along on top of just not just being good on paper. But it just made me think, you can have everything in your life if you just do it this way. Just do the advanced way, the tech method in everything you do. Start from nothing, build it up, figure out what the customer wants. This lady wants a 10. She's like, when I'm a 10, I will attract 10s. And that's what she did. Like, it's a bit difficult as a matchmaker, I'm sure, to get a list like this. It's so intimidating. But she pulled it off. And the guy's like, man, this lady knows exactly what she wants. And I guess the ball's in my court, because at this point it's just, do I want to marry her? I match the criteria perfectly, right? I get along with her. She's awesome. But do I want to be married to this person for the rest of my life? Tough question. But my whole point in this conversation is, you can start replacing things that you don't want to do with higher tasks over and over and over again until you get to the point where you only do the things that you want to do. So as an example, I still pick all of my items one by one. Every single item at dailyrefinement.com that I resell to other resellers, and every single item that I live stream, I still buy myself one by one. So yesterday I brought all this stuff over, I dropped it off. My staff tore off all the Goodwill tags. They put everything on these racks for me, set up the show for me, preloaded everything. So all I'm gonna do is show up and present the items one by one. That's it. And then I go home, they ship, they do, I do the customer service. I do customer service and I present the items. And the reason why I do my own customer service is I want to know what my customers think. Sometimes there's a flaw, sometimes there's a tear, sometimes there's a stain, and that comes with the territory of selling pre-owned items. And I want to do my best to take care of the customer. I also try to price my items fairly to accommodate for that. So like yesterday, somebody bought a Lululemon sweater for like $13 and they were kind of upset at the condition. But then they actually said, that's probably why it was $13 and not $40 for the same item, right? So there's a give and take. You got to be fair with whatever you do. And I think how you do this is you replace things of lower value, of higher value. When you have more time, you got to replace it with something else. So right now, I still do all the laundry, all the dishes, which takes forever. Dishes takes me like 40 minutes a day. Getting all, and for me, people had recommended to me that I do everything all in once. So clear all the tables, do all the dishes, load them in the dishwasher, remove all the food, because if you don't remove the food, it messes with your dishwasher. So remove all the food, put it in the dishwasher, wipe all the surfaces. I call this reset to zero, so that our kitchen's always perfect. That takes a long time, but right now the mental capacity of hiring that out doesn't make sense to me, because it's like I don't know how to outsource that. So I do it myself. And I think that it would be a lot of work figuring out how to do that part, but that's only 40 minutes of my day. So right now, like, I can't outsource working out. So I've been going in the morning, and I can't show you my phone right now because
We're live streaming on
we're
your
live
phone.
streaming on my phone. But I'll tell you this, somehow I connected working out with my job. So now I think it's my job to be in good shape. So since I switched over to it's part of my job, I now no longer care if I like it or not. And I can tell you for sure, I don't like it. I don't like waking up at 4:45 in the morning and going to the gym, but I feel amazing. I've been sleeping a lot better. I probably still look tired, but you win some, you lose some.
There's the alarm.
There's the alarm.
This question from Leanne. They say, I just got accepted to sell on Whatnot, but I
Nice.
haven't even ever bought anything on there, so I don't know much about the site. Do you think you'd ever make videos for help selling on there?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a course and put it in our Patreon for sure. So we have the eBay white paper, which shows you how to make six figures or however much you want on eBay. I'll make the equivalent Whatnot because I feel like I understand it. I've sold so far on Whatnot 19,000 items for around 550,000. And so my first 5 months on eBay, or sorry, first 5 months, actually not quite 5 months. I started in April. So what is that? April, May, June, July. August. Okay, 4.5, 5 months, 550,000, 19,000 items sold. I kind of understand how Whatnot works, different tips and tricks. So we will definitely make resources in the Patreon group for Whatnot. And we have a Whatnot dedicated call every other week on Thursdays. Fridays. Every other Friday, we have, on one of the Fridays, we have a call specifically jeans. On the opposite Friday, we have a call that's specifically Whatnot, but I will make more resources. And if you've never sold on there, please use your your $10 free off to buy it in my Whatnot auction opportunity to come hang out here, because I think that's cool. Also, I'm going to add in more wholesale opportunities into that show for this coming Friday. Going to be deals and steals, so excited to see everybody there.
Link is in the chat.
Links in the chat.
That is the upcoming auction.
I'm going to
this
give
Friday.
away one all expense paid trip to come here, up to $2,000. And if you don't want, to come here and see me, which a lot of you don't, then you can either have a $1,000 Visa gift card, so I'll send that to you, that you can spend it however you like, or I'll buy you one pair of shoes under $2,000 on StockX. So if you want shoes, you can get shoes. If you want a flight here to come learn how to resell, you can do that. If you just want the money, I got you. $1,000 Visa gift card for your expenses.
So that's the giveaway.
That's the giveaway. So one person will get that. You can enter for $1, and I'll be making more resources on Whatnot. I'm actually trying to convince them to pay me to do that. So that might actually happen. eBay never paid me to make education, but maybe Whatnot will. What do you guys think? You think Whatnot will pay me? Because they sounded open to it, and I think I know how to do it. So I think not like. I don't know how to do cards, but I think the majority of the other categories are similar. The card game is more retail. I'm more resale. So, I don't know.
In order to get the giveaway, you have to be at the live on Friday.
You don't have to be there, but you have to buy a ticket. And the tickets are $1.
Okay. So they're available right now.
They're available right now. You can buy a ticket right now.
And you'll be entered into the giveaway.
You'll be entered into the giveaway. You should show up and say hi, and then at the end of it, we'll announce the drawing, and I would love to just book someone's flight and hotel right on the live. So hopefully it's quick.
Question. I am
Yep.
taking so long to take photos. I have to crop and adjust the colors. It takes over an hour to do 3 listings.
Yep.
Any suggestions?
Yes, Hunt. I have so many suggestions for you. So first off, I recommend taking pictures with a camera. Okay, camera with an SD card. Do not crop photos. Do not edit photos. You can buy a camera that has 1:1 orientation that takes it into square photos if you want square photos. I personally don't think you need square photos. Most cameras take pictures in landscape mode, which I call hamburger, and portrait mode is I call hot dog. Actually doesn't matter on eBay. So I would not crop or edit any photos. I did that before. I actually had over 150,000 photos on eBay that I cropped, deleted the background, and optimized. And it didn't do anything. It actually probably increased my returns because the photos looked better than the actual item. So when I switched to just accurately representing the items, in 1 hour I can take, let's see, 90 seconds is, what is that, guys? Someone do the math for me. It takes me 90 seconds to photograph the item, pack it, and put it away in my inventory system. So that is like 40 photos, right? Is that right? I can do 40 sets of photos in an hour. So who's going to make more money? 40 sets of photos that are unedited or 3 perfect photos that have a higher rate of return? So I abandoned daily refinement thinking that white background and edited photos matters when it doesn't. Clear, accurate, well-lit photos matter. White background, square photos does not. Your customer does not care. They care, do you have it, and is this the item that I'm going to get, and does this photo accurately represent what I'm buying?
There were quite a few answers to your question about having more children.
Yeah.
And general consensus seems to be that it adds more time for each child.
Okay.
Although, let's see, there was one where they're saying that when you have another one, they can like keep each other company.
Yeah.
So then they can like play with each other and they don't need you every single second.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's a French book called Bringing Up Bébé, right? So Bringing Up Baby. Is Bibi, Bébé, is that French for baby?
I don't know. I guess
But that book is awesome, okay? Because it's like there's this American lady that goes to France and she's like, how come all the French moms like have such well-behaved babies? That's like what the premise of this book. And so we read it before we had the baby, and it's basically like teaching parents to observe their baby before they react, right? And I wish eBay resellers would do this. Like, if your store's crying, right, it's being fussy. If your eBay store is being fussy, maybe take a second, observe what's going on before you have a tantrum as the parent of your eBay baby. Right. So it's interesting because that book was really good. Baby Wise, Happiest Baby on the Block, Bringing Up Baby, and the Taking Care of Babies course on how to sleep train your baby. Amazing. Those like, because our baby was sleep trained at 4 months, and I totally think it was because of that. My baby currently sleeps 11 hours a day. That's got to be like, maybe it's not unusual, but I feel like it's unusual. So looking at it, the only problem is the baby wakes up at 6:30 in the morning, and no matter when she goes to sleep, she wakes up at 6:30 in the morning. So I don't get it. If we push it back to her bedtime currently is 7. She sleeps from 7. We put her down at 7. I call it putting the baby away. We put the baby away at 7 o'clock. She'll either go to sleep immediately or 5 minutes or something. But she wakes up at 6:30. If we move it to 7:30, she'll wake up at 6 or earlier. I want her to wake up at 7, and I haven't been able to figure this out. I have like a chart, and it doesn't work. She's never slept till 7. She like something happens and she wakes up at 6:30. I don't get it. It's so inconvenient. I wish she'd just sleep a little longer.
Actually, that is another point that a lot of people are saying, that you can't quantify how much time a child needs, especially after the age of 7. That's when they start to become individuals, and individuals need different things. That's what Tara says.
Interesting. All right. That makes sense to me, because it's hard to create a custom solution. The only thing that I think is can be standardized is their schedule, but of course they're going to need different things.
Yeah. I'm sorry that the camera keeps going out of focus. I have no idea what's going on right now.
Is it dirty?
Maybe. I don't know. It like keeps going out of focus and in. Okay.
Because that happened on the iPad.
Ah.
Hopefully that's better.
Welcome back. Okay. Question from Jin Fudo.
Yeah.
Which platform would get you to a six-figure income faster? Amazon, eBay, or a different one?
It depends on your level of expertise and your background. All the platforms are the same. It took me, so it took me 74 days to go from 0 to 52,000 on my Reseller Nirvana store. So it took me like 3 months to get to $1,000 a week. Six figures is $2,000 a week. If I had continued that experiment, it would have snowballed a little bit faster. It probably would have taken me 5 months to get to six figures on eBay. Amazon's a different story because Amazon's heavily dependent on what you buy. So Amazon is not like eBay where you need to list every day. The algorithm is different. It's just based on who has the best deal. So in theory, you could do six figures on Amazon in a week. Get the right inventory, send it in. You're selling $3,000 a day, 10% profit margin, right? That's $300 a day, $300 a day all year, that's six figures. So in theory, it would just take 1 week. You buy your items, send it in the FBA, hit the warehouse, they all sell out. You can't all sell out on eBay, it doesn't happen. You can't sell out of your inventory completely because there's a traffic limiter. So you only get so much traffic on eBay, so that would never happen. So fastest way, Amazon with the right product. But from my experience, people who sell on Amazon, it takes them 5 to 8 years to develop traction and learn how to do it. The learning curve is sharper on Amazon because they, like, for example, you never hear Amazon sellers say, oh, I'm going to open a Poshmark closet. I'm going to open a Depop. They don't do that because it's like, that's like going from a professional league down to the consumer league. The Poshmark, Mercari are consumer apps, right? eBay to a degree is also a consumer app, right? That's why the phone app, people always complain about the phone app. The phone app is for consumers. So as tech would say, the phone is for consumers, Seller Hub is for sellers. That's on the desktop. So the short answer is Amazon is faster with the right inventory. eBay is actually faster because you don't need the quote unquote right inventory. You can just slowly build from nothing. You can have an everything store on eBay and make six figures in, I would say, 2 years. To give you guys another example with my baby, she learned how to walk maybe a month ago. So the first milestones were she learned how to sit up. That was big time because when she learned how to sit up, she could to like observe and her learning increased a lot. Then when she started to crawl, which is back in February, she started to learn a lot more. But I won't tell you, once she started to walk, her everything started increasing really fast. Way more words, way more everything. Her learning capacity has quadrupled. She knows so much more in the last month than the other things. So that's the same with eBay. If you can learn, I have a video called How to Make $10 Profit, right? It's one of the best videos we've ever made because it has the infographics that Christine made and the concept of how do you make $10, right? That concept, if you learn that, it's the equivalent of learning how to walk, in my opinion. If you truly understand every single eBay fee, what it takes to make a profit, what you have to buy something for, what you have to sell for, how does eBay work, one item, that's learning how to walk. That is nothing like running a business, but it's just learning how to walk, right? Once you can walk though, and that's where, like if you join our Patreon group and you don't know how to walk, you might have to take like up to 18 months or 2 years to learn how to walk first, and then you'll really accelerate and take off. So from what I heard, because our daughter was slow to learning how to walk, babies can learn how to walk as soon as 6 months, and they can learn how to walk most average like 12, 13 months, and then like most babies will learn how to walk by 12 or 13 months. And then on the slow side, maybe 24 months to learn how to walk. But babies try really hard. Once they learn how to crawl, they're trying to figure out how to walk. So they're trying every single day. And I think a lot of resellers don't try every day to figure out what the numbers mean. They just say, I'm not a numbers person. So that's like saying I'm not a walking person as a baby. Like, you know what, it's hard. It's gonna take 18 months to learn, so I'll just lay on my back forever. That's how I look at it. So if you can get to the point where you can walk on eBay, where you understand how to make a $10 profit on one item, and also you don't think to yourself, I have to only do things that make a $10 profit, because that's not the case. I sell things that are 50 cents profit. I sell things that are $1,000 profit. It's just understanding how it works on a singular granular level, and then you can take it anywhere.
Celia Parks says, Chris, I am just now getting ready to set up my photo board like the one you showed us using the large board and pinning clothes to it.
Yep.
Are you still using it or have you found a better method?
You guys ready for my super advanced method? Okay.
For Whatnot.
For Whatnot, and if I did eBay again, I might do this. Can we do a close-up?
Okay.
Ready? This is my new photo setup. You guys see?
One hook.
One hook. That's it. That's it.
We
One
just hang
hook.
it, and
I just hang it, and that's all.
the photo box lights are now
Yeah, I just put the
kind
photo
of
lights
like
above.
around because they're magnetic.
So that makes the light more
it's
even.
like a giant photo box, I guess.
It's
and
just a
then-
giant photo box, but I'm just using one hook. That's a new photo system.
But the reason you switched to that was because Whatnot is more like just a one photo thing.
It is more like, if you wanted to, my photo setup is awesome because you can take the measurements on the flat one, and you guys watch that video on how I built the photo box, but you could just do this with limited space and then put it on a table next to it. Like take the photo here, take the item down, measure it right here, take the photo, and it's not too bad. So if you just got a table that's waist high, take the photo, you wouldn't even have to move your feet to take a picture of the measurements, and that's the key. The key to doing photos fast is not moving your feet.
Mm-hmm. So having
Everything right there.
within reach.
Yep.
So, but for eBay,
For
would
eBay, you
still
can
recommend
use
that
you
photo?
can use the vertical that we made at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's still a good photo setup.
Yep. Everyone smash the like button. Consider subscribing. Let us know what we can do better on the channel.
Let's see. Crystal says, if someone is considering closing their store due to physical disability, will you consider purchasing their items? Most were purchased at Macy's auctions.
Usually not, because I'm looking for a repeat business now. So if you're going to close your inventory, I recommend Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, have a garage sale. Repeat business is key. So that's how I'm looking at it right now. So because I did a couple of one-off deals and it was okay, but it would need to be pennies on the dollar and delivered. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. Like, because I would then have to sort through all your stuff and determine what I can sell and what I cannot, and that costs time. It costs me $2 an item to do that. So it's not worth it unless they're all keepers, and it wouldn't be all keepers unless you were a purchaser for me.
Mm-hmm. JTeam10 says, when will you be talking about shipping costs versus free shipping?
Is it this week?
It's coming out this coming Thursday.
This coming Thursday.
Yes.
Free
We have a
shipping
video
versus
already
charging
about that.
shipping.
So
we already made it.
be on the lookout.
It was actually pretty hard. There's like a lot of pros and cons, the free shipping versus charging.
Mm-hmm. Happiness Harmony says, do you adjust your price based on how much you paid for an item? For example, if you get some inventory really cheap, would you price your items at a lower price?
Okay, let me use this example. How much do you guys think a Lamborghini costs? Wait, let me start over because people, I don't even know. Okay, a $100 bill. Okay.
Okay.
So a $100 bill. It's worth $100, right? Would you sell a $100 bill for $10 because you got it for $1? Right?
Yeah.
Would you? Or would you sell a $100 bill at $80 because you paid $90? It doesn't matter what you paid for the item. It just matters what someone is willing to pay you. So I am willing to pay anyone in the group right now $100 for $100. But you have to pay the shipping and the fees. So anybody right now, if you want to list something for $100 and it's a $100 bill, and I get to use it as $100 currency when I get it, I will pay $100 for it. Actually, to be honest, I would pay $101 for it. So if I was going to buy an item for you for I could buy 101 because my cash back is $2. So I would be willing to spend $101 with you because I would get back $2.02 on that, and I would make a profit buying a $100 bill from you. Now, at a certain point, it would be difficult because I would have to transport that money to the bank. But what you paid for it doesn't actually matter. Like, it's not related to it. I don't price my items based on what I paid for it. Everyone should stop doing that, please. So many resellers charge way too much for items because they got it for cheap and they're hoping for someone to send them a best offer. And way too many resellers take a desperate offer. Like they buy something for $1, it's worth 100, and they'll take 40. But think of it as a $100 bill. I would never take $40 for a $100 bill. So it's way too low.
Peyton House says, "Hey Chris, what do you think of the bins model, $1 to $10 plus shipping?"
That's my model. All this stuff that I have is from the bins. My model is, my shoe model is buy high, sell low. Very ineffective, terrible model. The bins model, buy low, sell high, is excellent. That's why I'm selling all my shoes this Friday at $1 auction, because I need to get rid of it and get the space back. So guys, show up on Friday because you're going to get a really good deal. I'm selling shoes that are worth up to $2,000 starting at $1. So, yep, I'm planning on getting rid of all my inventory on Friday and not selling shoes anymore because the cost of goods is way too high. I can't sell. Buying out collections and reselling it is too hard for me.
Timothy Doyle says, "Will you raise your prices with the USPS rising theirs for the holidays?"
I will not. I'm actually going the other direction. I'm probably going to offer an even bigger deal because, like, what happens when the post office increase happens is a lot of resellers give up, and I go the other way. That's like when I pounce, because Warren Buffett says when you make money is when there's blood in the streets, and there's going to be 85-cent increase, I think, in the padded flat rate, or it's either 75 cents or 85 cents for the padded flat rate envelope. That's going to put a lot of resellers out of business because they're already operating at such a low margin to begin with, and now they're losing $1. I mean, that's like they were only making $1. So I might go the other way. I have enough margin that I can decrease my price a little bit, and everyone who's increasing their prices while I lower my prices, they're gonna get crushed. But again, I'm just like one tiny potato, so it's not gonna affect you. I personally will not raise my price for the adjustment. I do not think the consumer will accept that. There's way too much competition.
Dave D says, "Hi Chris, I use a flat rate shipping policy and the global shipping program.
Yep.
Is there a way to offer an option for Canadian customers to bypass the global shipping program?"
Yes. If you go into your business policies, you can offer a global shipping program and your own shipping program if you like. Sometimes it'll default the global shipping program, but I believe you can offer both. Somebody in the chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I offered both. When I was doing shipping, I liked offering direct shipping from me to avoid the customs debacle, so I could do whatever I want and ship the customer the item directly. But over the last few years, I have been burned probably like 12 times with customs. Like in Italy specifically is the most annoying because if the item is international for 30 days and has no movement, you have to issue the customer a refund. So what I would do is I would ship an item to Italy. It would go into a locker, like somebody's post office locker, but it wouldn't show delivered. It would show being held at whatever, right? And then 30 days would go by. The customer would open a request, item not received. eBay would automatically issue them a refund because once I got that refund request, I just issued a refund because I have nothing I can do about it. They didn't receive it. It's been 30 days. So then I would accept the refund. The next day they would go and pick it up. So they got the item for free. They got their money back. I almost got a defect. So if you use the global shipping program, once it gets to Kentucky, processed through eBay, you're done. You don't have to worry about that. So it might not be worth it.
Caroline says, "Remind me what time the Whatnot Live is on Friday?"
It's at 9 in the morning. I'm planning on going all day, 9 till 5. So
Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time. Yep.
9
But you
a.m.
do not need to be present. You can go in there and buy a ticket right now, and then for $1, the tickets are $1. And so when that person comes out here and flies out here, I'm gonna have I might have to give Christine a bonus that day to follow us around or set up a tripod for sure. She's not gonna follow us. Set up a tripod and live stream me training this person live on the spot. And if it works, let's just keep doing that. We'll just have somebody come here every single week. Maybe not on my dime because I'll go broke, but I'll have somebody come in here and do it. But I'm very appreciative of everyone on the YouTube channel. So if you guys think it's fair for me to do it on this channel too, just give one away to a YouTube subscriber, maybe I should do that also because you guys have got, I would not be the person that I am without my YouTube channel. So what is the best way to give back? Is it to just have an event and do it? Or is it like a giveaway like this? Because it's not as effective. Group coaching is not as effective as one-on-one. Like me showing somebody how to do it is a lot different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you guys think?
What do you think? Fly somebody in, do an event.
Ashley is wondering whatever happened to that jacket that you auctioned off last time.
Which jacket?
Remember you were trying to auction off your Arc'teryx jacket and then it went weird with the YouTube?
Oh, yeah. The person basically didn't pay. And so wasted everybody's time. And
it
then,
was an experiment.
And then this is the thing. People are like, oh, it never happens. All the payments go through. The first time I tried it, somebody put in a fake bid. And they didn't buy it. So
yeah, we don't know how to do
I still
YouTube
have the
auction.
Arc'teryx jacket here because of the person. So like, look, the auction didn't go through. I wasted time emailing that person back and forth. I wasted valuable time to answer questions on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And the person didn't buy it. And it's still sitting here and now I have to deal with it. So it's like,
well, you get to wear it.
I get to wear it. Like, wow,
to deal with
wow, what a pain in the butt. That's true. I do get to wear it. I do get to wear it.
You get to wear it. Martin says, "Where do you buy the tickets?" So the
I'll fly somebody out here and then, yeah, use my code Daily Refinement for $10 off, so you can get it for free minus shipping. And I'm thinking about sending people some kind of a reseller checklist or something that they can use, so it's more value, so your dollar's going far. What I'm actually thinking about doing is making an ebook, and then I'll give you guys the ebook. That way you get something. But I don't know if I should do a live event with 5 people. Everyone comes out here and you learn how to do it in person and we film it, or
you're talking about this is for a giveaway for YouTube.
yeah, giveaway for
audience.
YouTube.
I see.
So I don't know the best way to give back.
Sorry that the sound went out. Someone was calling his phone. So I think maybe it might have happened when we were saying where do you buy the tickets to come out here. It is in the pinned comment with the link to his Whatnot Live auction this Friday.
Yeah.
And you go to the store and you go to buy now, and then you can buy a ticket. Let's see.
The video's gonna cut out for a second because I need to see who called. Okay.
Sorry, Ed, we're back.
We're back.
Let's see. Brady says, question, the worst part of eBay for me is taking the photos. Any suggestions? That's the worst part.
So if you guys go to my checklist, it's at bit.ly/TRP guide. I'm gonna throw this in the chat. Let me type it in real quick.
Okay.
It'll go over my video on how to take photos. It takes 90 seconds to photograph, pack, and put the item away, but the photos only take 30 seconds. So I will give you guys the link right now. Okay, do you guys see that link?
Not yet. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Okay, so that link goes to it, and if you scroll down, it'll have the, it's called Video of Me Listing 10 Items in 41 Minutes.
Yeah, scroll all the way to the bottom, and then
Scroll all the way to the bottom,
videos.
and you can watch me do it. It takes me about 13 minutes to take 10 sets of photos and pack it and put it away. So I made that video for everyone so they can just see me do it. That's my entire eBay business in one free video. So photos should be fast.
Mm-hmm.
let's do 5 more questions, guys. Everyone, appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate all the channel members. Everyone, thank you so much.
Let's see. Lynette Wright says, my sales tanked. Listing every day, nothing changed except my sales. I called eBay. They said they would refresh my store, and in 2 days my sales started back up as normal. Is this a thing?
No, it's not. So it's just that there's a bunch of reasons why your traffic may not be the same day to day. I don't look at it day to day. I look at it year over year. So I wouldn't worry about any temporary fluctuations. Resetting your store is just like a waste of time because you have to, in that time that you called eBay, you could have just listed some more items, and you can always list yourself back into aggressive sales again. Probably your prices on the items going in are too high, and the particular listings that you put in were particularly less desirable. Because if you list desirable items, the traffic picks up instantly. There is no, you don't have to wait. It immediately starts back up. So if the types of items you're listed, it's the types of items that you're listing. There's no way for that to happen. So refreshing is just like a way for them to get you off the phone. But there's no, that's not true. It's an old wives' tale of refreshing. And somebody in the store did a delist relist experiment. They had a 2,000 item store, and they delist relisted and changed the listing. So they improved 100 listings a day, delist relist, and the new stuff going into the store, the new stuff was only 20% of the traffic. So 5 times worse results with the stuff putting in. That's what happened to you. You put in stuff that eBay deemed as not very good, so they decreased the traffic of your entire store. So maybe you have a temporary boost after they said they refresh your store, but it's going to continue to tank if you keep putting stuff in it. That you're going to have to call them every day for this fake thing that they do, which it's only going to be temporary, whatever they're doing, versus like thinking about the items that are going into your store. And I'm going to do in our group, there's a lady named Jen who did this method that really helped her sales, and I'm going to make an even more extreme version of this, which is 80% off. Do an 80% off sale with 80% promoted listings and 100% promoted listings, 80% off, markdown, and 80% coupon. This is the maximum way to increase your eBay sales. Markdown sale event, 80% off, 80% public coupon, 100% promoted listings. That, if you want fast sales, I want someone in the chat to try that right now. Markdown of 80% off, do it for a month. 80% off, 100% promoted listings, and 80% coupon. Let's go. I want to see how fast your sales can be. I really want someone to try this. The Chris method. I'm calling it the Chris method. There's a tech method and there's the Chris method. Actually, do I want to be associated with that? Let's call it let's call it the nuclear method. The nuclear fast.
But do you get any profit at all?
No.
All right.
It's not if you just want fast. If you just want fast and you don't care about profit, let's try it. 80% off markdown, 100% promoted listings, 80% public coupon. Let's try it. It's way better than donating stuff in your store. People were saying, should I redonate my store? Try this. 80% markdown, 80% coupon, 100% promoted listings. Let's go. I want to see it. Please, somebody try this.
I want to clarify why this is better than donating? It creates
velocity in your store. So hopefully the remaining money that you have left, actually, there won't be any money left. But you'll get the sales out of your store, and you'll teach eBay that you're here to play ball. Yeah.
Let's see. Thrifty Beach Mom says, hi, I'm a reseller that wants to sell on Whatnot, but I don't have a big social media presence. Do you have any advice on how to fast track my application? Thanks.
You can email me at chris@dailyrefinement.com. I need to know your name, your email, your phone number, your social media handles, your plan for growing your social media handle, and your whatnot username, and I will try and push you through. Usually it doesn't work because you probably won't be successful without that. And the fast track way would be to start building a social media following now, and a few years later, your social media following will be big enough to support that. That's the fastest way, is to start now. But you can't purchase followers. That wouldn't work. There's no hack.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as fast track. That's the name of our toll system here in the Bay Area, the fast track system. But there's no fast track way to fast sales without the nuclear method.
Regarding winning the giveaway to come here to Oakland, I'm assuming, Jessica says, do you have to have a huge eBay store to qualify for
Nope,
this
it could be
contest?
brand new. It doesn't even have to be eBay. It could be whatnot. It could be Poshmark. It's all the same. You don't need. You could be brand new. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram and on the community tab today. $1 gets you entry. I'm gonna pay for one person to come out here, and I should probably do that on my YouTube anyway. So what do you guys want to do? How do I do it? How do I give away
Yeah, what do you guys want?
somebody coming? How do I even do that? I was thinking, because I'm on whatnot now, I was thinking of the dollar and how do I make it fair, right? This I think is fair. You pay $1 and then you get entered into a drawing. I don't know how else to do it.
Oh, someone was asking about the dollar thing. Oh, MNB was saying, is the $1 ticket supposed to be getting charged a shipping fee as well?
Yep, because I'm gonna mail you.
We have to mail you a
I have to
physical
mail
thing.
you something, so I'm mailing you a daily refinement sticker.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you'll have entry into the giveaway.
You have entry into the giveaway, and you'll also get a link to view the event where you can watch the person. This is my plan. We go have breakfast together. Come here, work for 8 hours, 2 bathroom breaks, lunch, and maybe dinner together. If it's quick, because I got to pick up my daughter. So probably like a quick dinner and then hang out with my family after. So, yep. And there's a lot of resellers in this area. We could do we could do a reseller meetup locally that I don't go to, but the lunch, I don't know. How do I do this, guys? How do I do a? It just doesn't work. I've tried group training and it doesn't. It's not the same as like one person learning, one-on-one, one-on-one. How do I do it?
Todd says, if someone makes an offer and you accept it, but they never paid, why does it show up as a sale on eBay?
That's a great question. It shouldn't show up as a sale. It just shows up as a sale because of the way that they calculate their sales on the main platform. And so the sales is not the same as money received. So it's a bit confusing. So I would use the money tab for looking at how much money entered in, and the sales tab to measure sales. Because it is a sale, it's just not the same thing as revenue. So it's two different things. What eBay records, and also just remember that the money part is what eBay reports to the IRS, not the sales part. So you don't have to worry about reconciling that.
MNB has an interesting suggestion. Well, they're saying, I would want to learn how to source better.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if that could be, like if they came here, that could be a trip. Like sourcing somewhere. Talking about
Okay,
that.
so what about sourcing? Because like, is it looking what brands? Is it the techniques for getting to know people? What is the part of sourcing? Sourcing is so complex.
I see. Yeah.
Like, you want to go to the thrift store together? That's much easier to accommodate than building relationships and bulk buying and yeah. What about sourcing? Going thrifting with me, we can set that up.
Robert says, hey Chris, do you think stickers would do okay on Whatnot?
Yes. $1 sticker plus shipping nets you 50 cents. And stickers are a couple pennies. So it's great margin. But you have to convince people to pay $4 shipping on the first sticker and 25 cents on each additional sticker. So for example, for the sticker on Friday, there's people that are buying 10 entries or 4 entries or 5 entries. the shipping is less. Each additional ticket or entry to win in is only 25 cents. So if I was selling stickers, you would want a nice variety of stickers so people could buy a 10 pack or a 20 pack or everything that they like. That would be the best way to approach it, in my opinion.
Sylvia's wondering how to do coupons
On eBay.
eBay.
So there's 10 different promotions you can do, and it's in the promotions manager. So there's sales event plus markdown. That's where you're going to run your 80% off sale. The inventory order discount, which is like if they spend so much money, they get so much. Shipping discount. That's how you can offer somebody like buy 2, get free shipping, buy 3, get free shipping, buy 4, get discounted shipping, whatever. There's the coupon, there's the newsletter, there is volume discount, there's promoted listings, and I forgot the other ones, but there's 10 total different ways to get more sales. And all of them cost money, unfortunately.
Do you need to have a store subscription for coupon?
You need to have a store subscription, at least at the basic level.
We actually have a video coming out on Tuesday, tomorrow, about all the 9 promotions that you can do.
And tomorrow I'm recording a video on how to open an eBay account. A brand new person reached out to do eBay and they want to open an account. Literally, they don't even have an eBay account. So tomorrow I'm going to walk them through setting up an eBay account. So that's literally ground zero. Don't even have an account yet. So we're going to put all these beginner calls in the beginner series on our Patreon. So patreon.com/the-resource-podcast. Isaiah does a call at 7 in the morning Pacific Standard Time every single day. So I do the call before that. He does the beginner call. We're going to put this beginner series in the beginner call series so that you can learn how to open an eBay account. All the basics of what I call like learning how to walk on eBay, which is getting the 1 sale a day every day.
Lemuel, sorry if I said your name wrong. They say, hi, Chris. Just wanted to ask, what is the include tax portion when we list? Do we need to fill that portion up?
No, eBay will assess sales tax based on where the buyer is at. You can just ignore that. I don't know why that's there because they collect and remit for you.
Is that in every state, though? I know
Yeah.
for California.
I think in 48 states, they collect and remit for you, but that button is in all 50 states. I still recommend submitting zero sales tax owed, so that the state doesn't think that you owe them. Like, for example, because we're resellers, so we're selling things for the second time, which means when we buy things for the first time, we don't have to pay sales tax. So eBay, or not eBay, the government is expecting you to pay the sales tax to them.
Yeah.
2 more.
Yeah. Ashley says, what is the best way to build social media, or do you have to become a YouTuber?
The best way to build social media is to provide value for someone. So the most valuable thing on the internet is actually entertainment. So I'm not in the entertainment channel. So that's why my audience is so much smaller than people who talk about family or entertainment or tell jokes. Comedy is number 1 on YouTube and Instagram. So people want to be distracted from their lives. So the best way to build value would be to be entertaining. That'd be number 1. Number 2 would be educational. So those are the best ways.
Yeah. Austin says fun sells better.
Fun sells way better than, like if I was treasure hunting all day, my channel could be a lot bigger, but it's just not as effective. Like, it's like my main business is not YouTube. So if my main business was YouTube, I think I would have to be as entertaining as possible, which I don't know if I'm good at that. So I don't know how to make this super duper duper entertaining. I don't know. We'd have to come up with like, what is the most entertainment? I think it'd be like the craziest finds, right? That would be the
Yeah, it'd have to be like super ridiculous
super
every
ridiculous.
single time.
Every day I find something amazing,
Or
right?
some dramatic
or
like
drama, right?
incident happened or something like that.
And I've seen other YouTubers invent drama, and that's not really my style. I don't really like doing that. So guys, before you leave, smash the like button, consider subscribing, join our mentorship, patreon.com/the Resource Podcast, and hopefully you win and I get to meet you in person if you support my Whatnot auction this Friday. All right, guys, take care.
Bye. Thanks for hanging out.